Welcome to Bristol's Churches Trail. This is a guide to some of the city's more notable churches, giving a brief outline of their history and interesting features. In full, the trail takes about 3 hours, but you can stop the recording in between the tracks and take a rest at any one of the many cafes or pubs along the way. The buildings are in different ownerships and thus may or may not be open, but we have tried our best to give some indication of opening hours during the walk. We also indicate where disabled access may be possible. To help you navigate this route, you may like to use one of the city's distinctive walking maps that you can obtain from most public buildings, hotels and the information centres, or download a map from www.visitbristol.co.uk. Part 1. Bristol Cathedral. We start the tour at Bristol Cathedral, standing on College Green, the grassed area in front of the Council House, once the site of the Cathedral Close. The cathedral is open to visitors every day. Looking at the building from the outside, we can see 3 distinct stages of its history. The Gothic central crossing, tower and east end, which made up the Church of St Augustine's Abbey, founded in 1140, the nave and western towers built in the 19th century to finish the church, and finally the Abbey Gatehouse, dating from the earliest Norman phase. Entering by the north door in front of you, we come into the nave, designed and built by G.E. Street. At once the impression is of space, with the architectural style mirroring that of the much older East End. The nave was built to match the Hall Church perpendicular that is one of the unique features of Bristol Cathedral. All the roofs, including the transepts and aisles, are of the same height. As you walk up the nave, ahead you will see the choir screen, again a Victorian edition, and a copy of a medieval French screen. Once under the lantern, turn left into the north transept, noting the fine roof tracery of the stone vault, and enter the Elder Lady Chapel, built in 1220. Apart from the surviving parts of the Norman Abbey, this is the oldest part of the cathedral. It was originally a separate building, and when the east end of the cathedral was finished, you can see where 2 arches were cut through to join the buildings. It is a delicate chapel with slim, elegant columns and much fine carving. See if you can find a few monkey heads among the carvings, a motif also found at Wells Cathedral and possibly by the same sculptor. The splendid medieval tomb on the right-hand side is that of a member of the Berkeley family, who built nearby Berkeley Castle and whose descendants live there to this day. Leave the Elder Lady Chapel and turn left into the chancel aisle. Walk up to the Lady Chapel proper at the furthest end of the east end, noting as you go the unique cross pieces in the vault, echoed in the Victorian nave. The chapel is spacious and colourful, although heavily restored. Some medieval glass pieces have been used in the restored windows. The cathedral is full of surprises, and as you leave the chapel and walk round the other side of the ambulatory, you see the Berkeley Chapel through the arch on your left. It is at a lower level than the chancel, and is reached through the richly carved sacristy. It is a pleasant, quiet chapel, reserved for private meditation. Coming out of the chapel and back into the aisle, note the high altar and screens, together with the rich and intricate Italian marble floor, all designed by J.L. Pearson at the end of the 19th century. Some medieval stonework has been included in the screens, and the overall effect is very successful. On the left you will see the choir stalls, mostly medieval, and it is worth taking a few minutes to seek out some of the rich carving.